Chelsea cut next manager shortlist with Luis Enrique no longer among favourites. Chelsea have not placed Luis Enrique among the leading candidates for the permanent head coach job as the club start to cut down their shortlist and prepare for a new round of talks. Enrique flew to London 2 weeks ago for the discussions with Chelsea, but there was no further talks planned with the former Barcelona man, which could leave the path clear for Tottenham Hotspur to make their move. Along with Sporting's Ruben Amorim, Enrique is now rated as an outsider for the Chelsea post, with initial contacts thought to have been made with all the main contenders including Julian Nagelsman and Mauricio Pochettino. Chelsea are expected to hold further talks with Nagelsman, who was interviewed last week, and Pochettino along with other coaches, with club sources still insistent there is not yet a favourite or single leading contender for the post. Nagelsman is believed to have impressed Chelsea during his interview, but despite outside sources and some players believing he's most likely permanent successor to Graham Potter, insiders have rejected any notion that the German is emerging as the favourite yet. Former Tottenham manager Pochettino was interviewed by Chelsea and impressed co-controlling owners Todd Boehly and Breda Dibali before they appointed Potter. He's still available, having been out of work since being sacked by Paris Saint-Germain. Tottenham have made moves to contact Enrique, and it appears the North London club might have a clear run at him, with Chelsea's attention focused more vividly elsewhere. Chairman Daniel Levy has previously expressed reservations over Enrique's lack of Premier League experience, but the Spaniard has been highly recommended to Spurs and is on the club's shortlist of candidates to permanently succeed Antonio Conte. Despite their elimination from the Champions League, the Chelsea job is still rated as one of the most attractive in Europe, but Boehly and Ibale know they cannot afford to get their next appointment wrong. Boehly and Ibale have already sacked Thomas Tuchel and Potter and put Frank Lampard in caretaker charge until the end of the season inside 12 months. Defender Thiago Silva warned, "Everybody talks too much about replacing managers. I think we as players must also take responsibility. We've had 3 managers this season, plus a 4th with Bruno where we failed to win. We have lost today, and with Lampard we have failed to win. Everybody's talking about the manager, but we must look at what has been done wrong and try to change. I think the first step has been made, an incorrect step, but it has been made. We can't be blaming the managers if we don't take responsibility. It is a hard period for the club with a lot of indecision. Having spent £600 million in the past 2 transfer windows, the move to insert Champions League clauses will help offset some of the costs of not playing in Europe's top competition, although some of the cuts may be deferred past next week. A number of players who joined Chelsea or who have signed new contracts since the takeover agreed to a variable salary scheme that saw a portion of their wages, as much as 30% in some cases, tied to Champions League qualifications. But those still on contracts agreed under the Abramovich regime and guaranteed their full wages should they start at the clubs this summer without signing new deals, despite Chelsea's dismal season in which qualification for the Champions League has now become impossible. Big earners from the Abramovich era include Kepa Arrizabalaga, Kai Havertz, Mateo Kovacic, Hakim Ziyech, Christian Pulisic and N'Golo Kante, who has been in negotiations over an extension to his contract past the end of this season. Chelsea have signed 12 senior players on permanent contracts since the Boehly Clear Lake takeover, including January recruits Enzo Fernandez, Mikhail Mudryk, Benoit Badiashile, Noni Madueke, David Datro Fofana and Malo Gusto, who will not be available to play until next season. Silva, Reece James, Cesar Azpilicueta, Ben Chilwell, Trevor Chalobah, Amado Broja and Marcus Bettinelli have all signed new contracts since the change of the ownership. Thank you for watching Chelsea Online. Do not forget to subscribe for your latest Chelsea updates.